J45, we are back. It is the All Out Show. Lord Sear in New York. Jude is in L.A. with special guests.
Well, we got another legend today, Krazie Bone. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Just chilling. What's happening?
Welcome to the show.
Yes, indeed. Thanks for having me.
I think this is the first time I got to talk to you.
Yeah, definitely, man. Good to be here.
How many times y'all gone platinum?
Man, it's a lot, man. A lot of, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta count that.
Yeah, you know, like I think it's like 30 million over this, in the U.S. alone. Yeah,
that's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
God damn it! I remember seeing you. Nas opened up for you at the Palace, man. Like it was a big show, and I remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that show.
Yeah, I was at that motherfucker trying to pull bitches in the audience.
I hear you.
I'm sure you was doing all right.
Oh yeah, you know, probably doing the same thing you was doing.
Who I think when I think the chicks went crazy the most for I think it was Lazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did he do the best with the women?
I mean, I don't know. I know he had a lot of them.
Yeah,
but that was the past. I ain't trying to, you know.
You're not trying to.
Yeah, I was. I mean, you know, we all did our thing back in the day. You know, when we was younger. You know, I mean, it was crazy. It was wild. You know?
This is 20 years ago,
you
dog.
know, we didn't have a choice, man. That was our job.
No, it really like I can't even imagine. Like you fucking selling 20 million records. You got like chicks going crazy.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. We had some wild ones, man. Some wild days for real.
Are you still living? I see you Cleveland down. Are you still living in Ohio or?
I'm back and forth, L.A. to Cleveland all the time.
You got to be happy about LeBron James, huh?
Yeah, man, I'm happy, man. But, you know, I'm not happy about the you know, we having this problem with the Warriors, you know. And I'm not happy about this.
Oh, man.
Now, are you dating somebody that I've read in my notes that you're dating or you're with one of the Warrior dancers?
No. No, my wife is from, she's from up north, like, so she's a Warriors fan, like, so.
Oh, she talks a gang of shit, huh?
Man, it's been rough, man. It's been rough in the household, you know what I'm saying? Because they got one on us from last year, so you know, I can't never live it down, you know what I'm saying?
Look, man, I'm not even a LeBron fan. I feel like he gets way too many calls, but like he balled his ass off last year. You can't even. They had those little memes shitting on him. Like, dude, he dropped like 30-something points every fucking game. He was crushing cats.
Yeah, definitely.
You think he's better than Jordan?
You know, I think he can be better than Jordan. I think he could have been. You know, I think he can be if he, you know what I'm saying, if he stayed consistent like how he was when, you know what I'm saying, like, but
that's why they call you Krazie Bone.
Yeah, probably.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah, I think he'll never be better.
Was that crazy?
I mean, you know, he could probably achieve the things that. What I was saying is, I think he could probably achieve like the things that Jordan did as well. You know what I'm saying? If anybody could, he was the next runner up that could after Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Because Kobe could have did it if it wasn't for the injuries and stuff like that. So I mean, you know.
There you go. I want to kind of talk. You said you don't want to talk about the past, but I kind of want to hear like. I think I like the way that you guys got on, man. Like,
yeah, definitely.
You guys left Cleveland, and came out to L.A. just pound the pavement. Talk me through that, man.
Yeah, man, we was just basically in Cleveland, man. You know, we was like, you know, we had did all we could in on the music scene at that time. It wasn't really much on the music scene.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I mean, we did all we could. We had a local project out. You know, we was very well known in Cleveland on the local scene, but you know, we just felt like we went far as we could go in Cleveland. You know, we was like, we got to go somewhere else to where people can, you know, somebody that has the power can do something what we got. So we was, you know, Flesh and Bone. He was going to school out here at the time, and he called home one day. And he was like, "Yo, man, I've been to like 5 parties out here, and every party I went to, I've been elbow to elbow with different celebrities." He was like, "I guarantee if y'all was out here and y'all just came to some of these like places I've been to, like somebody we would definitely get discovered." So we was like, we got to hustle to get out there. How we go? You know what I'm saying? How we gonna live? He was like, man, we was just like, man, let's just get out there and we'll worry about all that later. So we hustled up some money in Cleveland, got one-way bus tickets, came out here. Luckily, you know, when he was here, he was able to establish, like, they had like a little 1-bedroom apartment.
So it was like what, 5 of y'all, 6 of
y'all?
y'all?
No, it was like 8 of us in this 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? Because we had some more cats that was out here going to school with him.
Yeah.
From Cleveland. So, you know, we was all out here, and man, you know, we came out here, and you know, we was just walking around. You know, we was going to different people's, you know, like trying to find out like where we needed to go. So somebody told us that Tone Loc lives somewhere in the neighborhood. So we got up and we walked to Tone Loc house, knocked on his door. You know what I'm saying? knocked on his door, and you know, his manager came out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Tom Loke didn't really came out. He came to the door, and you know, we rapped for his manager like right at the gate. And his manager was like, "Yo, I never heard no shit like this before in my life." He was like, "Where y'all from?" And we told him, and he gave us his number. He was like, "Y'all call me back. I think I could get y'all some gigs." So we kept calling him, but we never got a response from him. So one day we got the number from Ruthless Records, two Ruthless Records from one of our people in Cleveland, and we just kept calling every day. We kept calling, and the secretary finally was like, "You know what? I'm gonna make sure Eric call y'all back because I'm tired of y'all calling every damn day, all day. He will be calling y'all back today, trust me." So the phone rang, and it was Eazy, and Busy answered the phone, and you know, Busy was like, "Yeah, what's up? This is Bone," and he was like, Busy tossed me the phone. He was like, "This is Eazy-E rap for him." And man, I just got to spitting, you know what I'm saying? And Eazy was like, "Yo," he was like, "That shit sounds crazy." He was like, "Where y'all from?" He was like, "Cleveland." He was like, "Cleveland?" He was like, "I got a show in Cleveland in 2 weeks." We was like, "Oh yeah?"
Cause y'all was flipping and you guys would flip and you had you had a melody to you too. Just no one really was doing that.
Yeah. He heard it, and you know, he was like, "I got a show in Cleveland." So we was like, we actually hung up the phone with him because he was like, "I got to go do some things. I'm gonna call y'all back in 2 hours." But the person we was staying with at this time we was staying with somebody else, a dude and his wife.
Yeah.
So at the time we was staying with them, and as we was waiting for the call, they left out the house and they locked the phone in their room. So like we there all day and the phone is ringing and we like anxious. We want to kick the door down, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we like, but we can't do it because it's the only place we got to stay right now. So we missed out on the call, but we called our dude that gave us the number and we was like, "Yo, if we get tickets back home, can you guarantee us a spot on the Eazy-E show that he has in 2 weeks?" And he was like, "If y'all can make it back home, that's no problem. I got y'all." So we hustled up tickets to get all the way back to Cleveland.
Because you knew that you already had a fan base out back in Cleveland.
Exactly.
And this is the best place for him to see you perform.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the show was actually at a nightclub back in the day that was owned by Joe Levert. It was called Vert's.
Yeah.
Vert's nightclub. So that's where the show was. And we went on stage and did our thing. And then after Eazy went on stage, we just kind of blended like we was part of his entourage and followed them backstage. You know what I'm saying? But we got stopped at the dressing room by security. So we just stood outside the room, and then when Yella came outside the room, we was like, "Yo, Yella, man, can we rap for you?" He was like, "Sure, go ahead." And then we got to busting the same thing I said on the phone, and Eazy stuck his head out the door like, "Yo, y'all the dudes I talked to on the phone?" He was like, Yeah, that's us." He was like, "Y'all come over here for a minute." Took us over in the corner. He was like, "Y'all meet me at my hotel after we leave here." He gave us the pager number, his house number. I was like, "Man, dude gave us his house number, pager number, everything. This is for real." You know what I'm saying? So we went to the hotel. He was like,
and then y'all got on.
Yeah. He was like, "When y'all trying to leave?" We was like, "Man, tomorrow. We ain't got nothing to pack. We ready to go right now. Let's go." And you know, he brought us out here. As soon as we got out here, he started throwing us in the studio with producers and just like right away.
I'm guessing you must have seen Straight Outta Compton, right?
Oh yeah.
What was your thoughts on that? Do you think that was a fair portrayal of Eazy-E?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the movie, you know, in itself was accurate when you talk about like their story and the issues they had going on around them. But I don't really feel like how it was portrayed that Eazy was like struggling, like he was broke and he was just like down. He was like down on his luck. You know what I'm saying? Like the only reason he was down on his luck was because he wanted his group back together. It wasn't financially, you know, because he was doing big things. You know what I'm saying? And we had came out and he knew we was gonna be big because he was telling us, you know, he was like, "I don't want y'all involved with none of these beefs, none of the Death Row Ruthless beef, because it's something way bigger for y'all. I don't want y'all involved in none of that because it's not a Death Row and Ruthless beef. It's an Eazy-E and Dr. Dre misunderstanding." You know what I'm saying? So like
that's what Eazy-E was saying.
Yeah. That's what he told you know, baby, because you know what I'm saying. They had conversations. Eazy really did want them to get back together, and he was willing to do whatever it took. That's why he let people go at Ruthless Records because he was trying to go get everybody back.
What do you mean he let people go?
As far as Jerry Heller.
Oh, that's why he fired.
Yes, because you know, I guess he finally realized that's what came in between them. You know what I'm saying? And he basically, you know, like when he cleared house, he brought new people in. He was definitely going to try to reunite NWA because this is what he told us. Like he told us this out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's what he wanted to do.
What was that like? Your EP, it was creeping on the come up, right?
Yes.
That just. I remember when it hit my neighborhood, that was just like cats was playing that shit all the time. It was on constant rotation, and then your next album comes out, Easy's Gone. What was it like? What was that like for you?
Man, it was crazy, man. Because like on one minute, like we in shock and awe. Did we actually with Eazy-E kicking it with him? You know what I'm saying? Like we got Eazy-E got us in his Benz. He riding us around, taking us to the studio. He hanging out with us at night. He's sleeping on our apartment floor. You know what I'm saying? Like he's staying with us to make sure we get up the next morning to go here, to go there. So it's like when he passed away, it was kind of like, wow. It was like it was just crazy. It's like even though we was with this dude for only a year, it was like, yo, it's like how crazy is that? As soon as we get on with this dude, like he passed away. I'm like, it was just crazy. We
but
really
then you
couldn't
extra blow. Did it was it like bittersweet? Like damn, the motherfucker that put us on didn't even get to see this shit.
Yeah, man. It was real bittersweet. Like, cause he was like, he used to brag about us to everybody. Like he used to take us, man. He used to do all kind of crazy. You know, he used to take us around like different people and just throw us in all kind of contests. Talking about, I bet y'all can't rap faster than them. I bet you can't smoke more weed than them. I bet you can't drink more. I bet you can't drink more liquor than them. You know what I'm saying? Used to just used to always like throw us in all kind of crazy contests, like cause he hung around us, so he knew how we was. He was like, yo, I ain't never seen dudes like y'all for real.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Were you guys the first real big cats out of Cleveland? Was there anybody else that was before you that came out of Cleveland that was making noise like this?
I mean, as far as hip hop, it really wasn't. It really wasn't nothing on it. I mean, we had a cat named MC Brains. They got signed to
Uchi Coochie.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know he was from Cleveland.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because we was on the same. We was on the same. When he got discovered, we was on that same talent show. We was on that same talent show that he got discovered. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because like his rap style was nothing like that. Was nothing like the way he came out. Everybody was shocked. It was like, wow, that's crazy. Like.
It was during that New Jack Swing shit, so
Exactly.
he had to be like Uchi Coochie, la la la.
Exactly. So when he came with that, like everybody, like the city wouldn't even support him. It was like, they're like, bro, like what is this? Like you don't win, you jumped on it. I mean, but that's how they feel because he had a crazy show. His lyrics was dope. He had stage presence and everything. Like that's what he was known for. But when he went and did that with them,
Cleveland stopped fucking with him.
Oh yeah, stop messing with
him. Can you go
everybody.
anywhere in Cleveland? You must be able to go anywhere.
Oh yeah, definitely, all over the town, definitely.
What was that like? Your group has gone through so much, is gone through so much turmoil, and what was that like watching Busy kind of just go through the struggles that he's gone through?
Man, it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody, because we done all like been through something, you know what I'm saying, like at one time or another, you know, and Busy was going through his thing. I mean, you know, it's just, I mean, we all got demons we fight, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes at some moments we let them get the best of us, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he was able to bounce back, and you know what I'm saying, he on the level now, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Back in the camp, back with the family, you know, and everything is good. But like I said, you know, he was going through a lot then, as well as Flesh and everybody else, you know.
What were you doing during that? Were you trying to intervene, or did you just like kind of let people do what they had to do? Or
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, we tried to intervene at first, you know what I'm saying, but when we couldn't get through, you know, break through, it was just like, okay, let it play out its course, you know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't nothing we can do. We always told anybody who was going through whatever, man, you know, this is an open door. It's his family. You can always come back here. The door ain't never closed. Whenever you get yourself together and you're ready to come back, come back. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically how we leave it for everybody, you know, because shit, you know, dudes ain't perfect. Everybody go through their own thing, for real.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It didn't seem like he was fucking up. It just seemed like he had some mental shit. You know what I mean? Like that was definitely beyond. Like I think it was. Do you think all that fame and all that money and all that shit did it make it harder?
Man, definitely, man. You know, I mean, we didn't expect none of that. I mean, we went from like, you know, I remember when I was I was in Cleveland and our single was out. Krazie Bone was out. It was out, and it was big. And but we didn't even realize it because I'm at the bus stop. I'm catching the bus in Cleveland,
While your shit's on the radio.
Yeah, you going to my mama's house and a car pull up to the bus stop at the light, and I just hear loud as hell. We're not against rap. We're not against. I was like, hey, I'm like, nigga, that's my song. I'm like, I'm tripping. I'm like, oh shit, they bumping us like that, and that's when I knew it was about to go down. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the money came fast. Everything changed after that. It was like one day we was like struggling. The next day, E like, yo, y'all know you got the #1 record in the country. We like, what? Crazy. So like, man, from them, like the money came, the fame came. Then the dude that put us in the game, who we was looking up to for, advice and direction, he passed away. So we was just, and the record company, like Ruthless at the time, we wasn't seeing, eye to eye with them. So it was like, we was wild dudes. We took the money, we went and did what we thought was best with it, and we was just wilding.
What was the craziest shit you bought?
Oh man, I bought all type of shit, man. Boats, cars, motorcycles, jet skis, all type of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff I didn't need. Man, I had stuff I didn't even need, didn't use, didn't want, just bought it just to have it. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
How many times did you go out on your jet ski? Crazy.
Not one time. Not one time, bro. Not one time. For real. I bought 2 of them too and never used neither one of them. For real.
You had Phil Collins in a video with you. What was that like?
Oh man, that was crazy, man. Like, because we never thought we would get that song done. You know what I'm saying? Like it was actually a song that, because I used to listen to my father used to listen to Phil Collins. So
yeah,
he used to play it in the house all the time, and I had grown to like it. So when I heard that song home, I was like, yo, this song, like it'll go good with our flow. So I sampled it and kept his hook in, just sampled it, made it instrumental, and I put a verse on it. And I had it for years. And then like when we was working on the Thug World Order album, I was going through records and I put it out. I was like, yo, y'all should put verses down on this. And everybody was like, man, this is Phil. We ain't about to get this cleared. I'm like, well, let's just do it anyway, just to see how it sounds. You never know. So we did it, and the manager we had at the time was real cool with Phil Collins' manager. So he called him, and Phil was like, I want to hear the song. So we sent the song over there, and like 2 days later they called back and they was like, yeah, Phil cleared the song, y'all can use it. We was like, oh, dope. So then the record company wanted to push even more, like, you think we can get a video? I was like, oh, hell no, that ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So we called Phil back, and Phil was like, you know what? I can't come to America because I'm over in Switzerland, but if y'all can come here, I'll do a video with y'all. We was like, oh man, we'll be there next week. It's going down. So man, we went over there, man, and Phil came out to hang out with us. It was cold as hell over there that day.
Yeah.
And we outside all day. You know what I'm saying? In that video, I got on 2 jogging suits. You can't tell, but I got 2 jogging suits on. It's like gloves and everything. It's just cold, and he's standing out there like a boss, just like, it's just like, this is nothing. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, we white. We used to that fucking cold shit, man.
That shit was crazy. I'm like, man, yeah, man. But he was a real cool dude, man. Down to earth. He, sat around the video while we was in between shots and like chopped it up with us. You know what I'm saying? He real cool cat.
Did he sprinkle you with any like jewels or anything like that? This is a man that's fucking been crushing it all through the 70s and 80s, so it must have been cool just to be able to pick his brain.
Man, definitely. He did, one thing he told me that I always remember. He was like, the reason I cleared that song, because I never cleared my music for other artists, never. We was like the first and only rappers he's ever done it for, like at that time.
Yeah,
because everybody have used the in the air tonight sample.
Yeah,
but he was like, I never really do it, but he was like, when I heard this song and I heard what song y'all chose to do, I was like, these guys must have good taste, because this is one of my favorite songs. He was like, so that's why I cleared it, and I like what y'all done to it. So I was like, man, that's dope. That's big. That's definitely a compliment coming from him, for real.
Let's play one of your new songs.
Yes, indeed.
Let me see. It's called Like Fire.
Like Fire.
Tell me a bit about this one.
Man, this is one off the new album, Chasing the Devil. You know what I'm saying? It's a real, like, energetic track. Most people say it's the original Bone sound from what people remember hearing us first. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Like Fire.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah. Wait, it's not supposed to sound like that, is it?
Nuh-uh.
Hold on a second. I don't. Do you guys got Like Fire over there?
Yeah, we got it over here.
All right, it's better. Yeah. All right, here it is. Krazie Bone in studio.
This is the All Out Show on Shade 45.
Shade 45, we're back with Krazie Bone.
Yeah.
That was off your new album,
Yes, indeed.
Chasing the Devil. What's that mean?
Man, chasing the devil, man. It could, sometimes we find ourselves chasing after things that we really don't need. We get caught up in what we see on TV and caught up in what we see, like celebrities having, and some people try to pursue that, and they risk a lot and they hurt a lot of people and hurt themselves. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I feel like that's the devil with like these things on a string, and every time you get closer to it, he pulls it back to see how much farther you gonna go. What you willing to do? You willing to take some clothes off? You willing to do this? You willing to, you know what I'm saying? Sacrifice your manhood? And I feel like that's how the game is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that's a very strong statement right there when I came with that, like chasing the devil. Because I've been in the game for 20 years, man, and I've seen like some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
what? What's some of the shit you seen?
man, just things people do. You know what I'm saying? Like just to try to be on TV, and it's like people like sacrifice, put themselves out there in ways like you can only imagine. And I'm quite sure when they're older, they're not gonna like it. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna regret it.
Exactly.
I kind of want to hear. Did you ever see something firsthand where you're just like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, man, you see it. Man, you see in Hollywood all the time. Hollywood and just like rap, man, just things you have to do, like what they want you to do. It's all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not with it. You know what I'm saying? For real.
I honestly, I don't even understand entourage motherfuckers, dog. Like, just cats that just roll around, ain't got shit to do.
Really,
man.
man.
You ain't got a day job, man. Like,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we learned that the hard way. So you know what I'm saying? We know all about the entourages and all that. For real.
Did you feel a pressure like once you blew up? Did a lot of people show up with their hand out, or were you pretty?
I mean, we had a little clique. You know what I'm saying? And we all had a clique of like rappers and singers, and we always told each other, whoever make it first, we gonna come back and put them on. And that's what we did with Mo Thug. You know what I'm saying? We kept our word, but we just didn't have the knowledge to understand like what it meant to really run a company. We just saw what Eazy-E was doing, and we tried to emulate that. You know what I'm saying? And
did it make you appreciate Eazy even more after you tried to run your own thing?
Most definitely, because it showed me that like I need to brush up on my business skills, like for real. Like this ain't how it's supposed to go, and if you don't get it right, it's not gonna go right. So it's like that was a hard lesson we had to learn.
Yeah, usually like you're either good at business or you're good at art. You don't see the person that's good at both of that, like really good at both of that.
Yeah, definitely.
You actually one of my favorite Pac songs was you and Pac. It was, I'm gonna pull this shit up. Right
Okay.
now. That Thug Love, and that was one of the first songs that I really heard that incorporated the use of a gun into the beat. Just the way it did, so heavy. Hold up. Right here.
Oh yeah.
It's off the Art of War right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Where my thugs at? Oh yeah.
That bring back memories.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
What was that like working with Pac?
Man, it was cool, man, because a lot of people don't know that it was a little animosity like between us and him too, because he was on death row at the time, and even though Eazy told us not to get involved, we like, bro, like, I mean, it's like we with you, and they beefing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect us to do? Just stand there and just like don't get into it, like you said? I mean, then y'all be looking at us like we crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, we kind of stayed out of it, but like I said, he tried to keep us up out of that.
I never thought about that. I didn't think about Pac being in that camp and
because you when they had the box TV, we used to order the videos and watch the videos all day. I think Pac did something. He went on there and he was like, who's these thuggish, ruggish bone dudes? And we laid down the bricks to Thug and do this and do this. And we was like, oh, okay, we got to see you too, Pac. You know what I'm saying? But man, but
how'd y'all get past that?
Man, one day we was in L.A. We was at the La Park Hotel, and this is when he had first got out, and he was coming out the hotel, and we was walking into the hotel, and he saw us. He was like, "Yo, Thugs, what's up?" And was like, what's up, man?" And he was like, "Man, I just want to let y'all know, man, when I was locked up, that Crossroads, the original version, not the remix. He was like, that Crossroads got me through my time every single day when I woke up. That's the first thing I put on, bam." And from that point on, we was just cool. We were like, "Yo, man, we need to get in the studio." You know, we asked him for some weed. He gave us some weed. He was like, "Here." You know what I'm saying? And we was like, "Man, we need to get in the studio." And then after that, we kept running into each other in traffic. And then one time, him and Busy saw each other out here, and it was like, "Man, let's finally go to the studio." And Busy called was like, yo, I'm in the lab with Pop. We working on something. A couple of days later, we heard the song. We was like, "Yo, this is a hit. Smash. Let's everybody get on it. Let's knock this out and let's do it." And that's, you know, so that's how the song came about.
You also work with Big too.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
You're probably one of the few artists that have been able to work with Big and Pac like
Oh, yeah.
that, and especially not being from either city.
Yes, indeed. Definitely.
What was that like working with Big?
Man, it was cool. It was you know, we was out here in LA again, and you know, we got a call from our manager Steve Lobel. He called us and he was like, "Yo, Puff just asked y'all come to the studio to jump on Big's record." It was like, "Man, no problem, we there." You know, we get up, we go over there. You know, Big had everything set out, had the Henny, herb, everything on a silver platter, literally. You know what I'm saying? We went in there and man, we heard the beat. You know what I'm saying? First of all, we went in there, we got a little bit too high and passed out in this session. You know what I'm saying? And I think Big asked our manager, like, "Yo, do these niggas do this all the time?" And then you know, he was like, "Yeah, they'll be up in a minute." So I mean, after we woke up, we all jumped up, went right in the booth, knocked the verse out like bam, 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 and Big was like, "Yo, how y'all do that shit that fast?" He was like, "Yo, Puff, I'm gonna take this beat home and work on it, write to it." So he took the beat home to write his verse. We never heard the verse until after he passed away.
Really?
Yeah.
And it was it seemed like the way he was spitting was a nod to y'all cats. You know what I mean?
Man, oh man, he definitely killed it. He definitely killed it. I was impressed when I heard it. Like when I heard it, I was like, "Yo, he outdid himself on this one," because he like came into our world. You know what I'm saying? At a time where a lot of cats wouldn't even try that. You know what I'm saying? Back then, like, cause you know, we was fresh then. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he was like, when I heard him do it, I'm like, "Yo, he killed it too."
This is my fucking main complaint about this song. Listen to this. What is it? Why does it start all? It goes big. Like,
man, that's the first time I noticed that.
Why does it do that to me?
I don't even know.
That's how. Yeah. I love that shit.
That's great.
Did you have beef with Twista too?
Yeah, man, there was a little beef with Twista. It was just, I mean, we honestly, like when I talk to Twista to this day, we be like, you know, what was he beefing over? Niggas don't even know.
Well, cause
who rapped the fastest,
yeah.
Who did it first? I mean, it really don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, really.
And 3-6 Mafia too, right?
Yeah. 3-6 Mafia. Man, it's crazy because like this is early in our career. Like when we had just released the EP. You know, we was new at, you know, like back when fan mail used to come. Like we was used to like seeing all this. Like, so we would sit there and actually open up the fan mail and read what people were saying. Because like we, you know, it was new to us. So I opened up a letter one day, and it was a female from Memphis, and she was telling me, she was like, "Yo, it's this group out here that's saying that y'all stole their style, and they dissing y'all on every record." And then she left her number like for us to call, like so she could play it for us. So I called the number, and she played the music on the phone, and it was these dudes like they was like calling us all kind of bitches and just going in on us, and we had never met these dudes before in our life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, it's crazy, man. So it was like one time we did a show out there, and we was getting ready to go on stage, and we heard a bunch of we heard some dudes scream out, they had to have this playing because they all screamed out at the same time. They was like, "Thuggish Rugged Busters." We turned around and was heading right down toward them dudes, and Eazy security had to grab us like, "Yo, y'all going on stage to make some money. They're in the parking lot. Let's go." You know what I'm saying? But man, because we was ready to step down there. You know what I'm saying? But then a few years passed, and I actually talked to one of them on the phone. We had we was all signed to Loud at one point.
Yeah,
Loud Records, and it was a big conference call. And you know, like I guess one of the representatives from 3-6 Mafia, he spoke up. He was like, "Yo, man, I just want to let y'all know, all that beefing shit, that shit is over. That shit is squashed. We ain't got no beef with y'all. You know You know what I'm saying? And I was like, we ain't got no beef with y'all. We never had a beef with y'all. Like, you know, we didn't even know who y'all was at first. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we never had a beef with y'all. So I mean, and ever since then, I'm cool as hell with all them cats. Juicy J, Gangsta Boo, DJ Paul. It ain't number love for them dudes, man. Like we all close and cool now. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you coming in and just giving a fucking behind the scenes hip hop history lesson.
Yes, indeed.
This Krazie Bone, the new album Chasing the Devil. You can get that now, right?
Yes, indeed. Available on iTunes. You can get it in Best Buy, Target, all that.
Everything. All right, what we gonna leave out with? This is let's see. It's called Ride For Me.
Ride For Me. Yes, indeed.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It was a pleasure, man.
It's all good, brother.
Let's
Appreciate it.
This is the All Out Show on Shade 45. Yes, indeed, we are back.